Welcome to the Poundcast. Be sure to sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/Poundcast, because when you do, you get access to Unzipped, Poundcast Unzipped. What is Poundcast Unzipped? What is it? What is it? Only the juiciest Poundcast you can get, because every episode we record that we send out for free, that's only half the battle sometimes, because we keep talking, and that's when we get to the good stuff. And that's called Poundcast Unzipped. And the only way to get to it, instant access to all the Unzipped episodes where we keep talking, is by going to patreon.com/Poundcast, because that's what keeps this show rocking and rolling, Brent. Speaking of rock and roll, we're gonna be listening to an acapella by Duran Duran and Motley Crue. And in the Unzipped section, we're getting into Cypress Hill. But first, I wanted to tell you, Brent, about something. This website I found. It's called lvjco.com. And that is the home. That is, interesting. It's the home of Louisville vegan jerky, which is plant-based, cruelty-free jerky that you can get, that I guess they're making it in Louisville, Kentucky. And check this out. If you go to their website and you use the code word Poundcast, you can get 20% off your entire order. That's a lot. And it gets better, Brent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every month, Louisville Vegan Jerky is putting out a new small batch flavor.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, this month they have cheddar jalapeno.
But that's for August? Isn't it a new month? Or is that the
cheddar jalapeno? According to their website, that's the one that's up now. Cheddar jalapeno popper jerky. They also have Nashville hot chicken jerky. Pizzeria Supreme is sold out. Apparently that was a hit. So you got to go on there before these flavors sell out. But of course they have all their classic flavors: Buffalo Dale, General Tso's. lvjco.com. Use the code word Poundcast. And just be delighted in the savings and support a cool company. And you know what? It gets better, because Louisville Vegan Jerky has a shelf life of 9 months. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what is wonderful about this brand. And if you don't want to get it online, pick up a bag or two, or a baker's dozen, up at your local Whole Foods or Sprouts, or other great retail stores. lvjco.com. Use the code word Poundcast. You know what to do. Do it now. It's summer. It's the perfect time for snacks.
Cheddar jalapeno sounds good.
It does sound good. Let's get in there. Get that 20% off. Now, Poundcast is online. YouTube.com/The Poundcast. Social media such as Instagram, The Poundcast, TikTok, The Poundcast. I guess that's about it. Keep your ears open, because Brent and I might be doing a live show coming up in the next month, where we will be debuting 2 new episodes of Pound House, and tickets will be available for streaming. So stick around. Those details are coming soon. Follow us on Instagram. I am at Doug Pound, DOUGGPOUND. And Brent?
I am, on Instagram, it's Brent Wybach Comedy. But on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever it's called, Blue Sky and Twitter, and it's Brent, and TikTok. It's Brent.
Are you on Blue Sky for real?
Yeah.
I got to get on there.
I just made an account. There's nothing on there really, but it's Brent Wybach. So, but Brent Wybach Comedy's Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get the show started. If this is anything else to mention,
no, I don't think so. But I'll say this: that we every now and then we get these remixes of the theme song for this podcast, and we have a couple here. One got lost in the shuffle that we should have played a while ago. But here's the thing: there's one from Kyle, and then there's 2 from Todd. And I thought, well, let's do one of Todd's now, and then we'll do Kyle next, and then Todd again later. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that we don't do 2 Todds in a row.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. So Kyle uses sort of on deck, but today we're gonna hear a remix, and this one is more of a cover of sorts. It's from Todd, and it's called Poundcast Theme One. He did two different sort of covers of the Poundcast theme song, and so yeah, here's the first one, and yeah, here it is. This is from Todd, and so I guess let's go ahead and just roll the clip.
Let's roll the clip.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast today.
And we are rolling on the official Poundcast, the only Poundcast available in the world.
The official Poundcast, the official Poundcast podcast.
Yeah, and this is the only one. So if you're looking for a different Poundcast, it doesn't exist. This is it. Sorry, folks. So Brent, I guess before we get into it, we could chit chat a little bit.
Of course.
I did something interesting this weekend. Today is August 8th, 2000. 8/8. And
8/8.
On 8/7, 8/6, 8/5, as you know, it's hot out. We got heat waves all over the world, but I went snowboarding.
Oh,
let's see.
Really?
Saturday. Today's Tuesday. I went Saturday.
Oh, really?
What's snowboarding? Can you believe that?
Was it actual snow or was it dirt boarding?
No, it's snow. Actual
really?
Snow.
Where's that located?
Up at Mammoth Mountain, about 5 hours north of LA. They had so much snow over the winter because, the crazy rains we had in LA. Yeah. It just rained nonstop. They had so much snow that they had enough to last until August 6th.
Oh, are those the same? So that's the snow from winter still, or spring even.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think they might have used snowcats to shovel it all into just two. There's just two areas one big area, but typically the whole mountain has lifts everywhere. This just had kind of like two sort of runs.
I would think that at this point, the snow would become kind of hard and icy or something like that, not so powdery.
No, it's not. It's kind of slushy, warms up in the day, but up in the, it's, I don't know, you're thousands of feet up. So at night it did get cold and it kind of crusted over. Then they groom it. But anyway, that was pretty cool.
So you went snowboarding. You actually were going snowboarding.
Yeah, everyone was wearing shorts and dressing up kooky.
Wait a second. Hold on. You mean you were snowboarding in shorts?
That's right.
Really? Does the air is warm?
The air's warm. The sun's hot during the day. The sun's hot. The air's warm.
Wow.
It's not like hot, but when you're going down, you kind of need maybe a long sleeve shirt. But a lot of people just wore a short sleeve shirt and shorts.
Wow. Did you see some girls in bikinis out in the snow?
Yeah, there was one girl in a bikini, and then I get to the bottom on the lift, and I see her in front of me, and one of her butt cheeks is totally red. She fell, and the snow is not. It's crusty. So
I thought you were going to say I went to the bottom of the hill, and there she was with a Coors Light, and
Yeah, it was funny. It was like ski bums from like the 80s were there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Dudes with this one guy was just snowboarding with a bottle of whiskey, and he had a Pabst Blue Ribbon shirt on. And
well, the reason I asked for the bikini, if there was bikini girls, because that just sounds like a beer commercial or something. When there's a bikini girl in the snow.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. People dressing up, with their kooky costumes on. Big one-piece furry outfits and stuff.
Oh, there were some furries there.
And then the locals. You ever go to these small towns and people just can't wait to talk to you, and they just want to talk, and they want to talk to you, but they don't even want to have a conversation. They just want to just noticed the banter up there with these locals. It was just very different.
Huh. That's okay. Yeah. Give me an example. I'll pretend to be a visitor.
I'll be the local. You asked me. Oh yeah, I'll be the local. I'm trying to think of which. There was like 3 different incidences. Well, one day I was at a skate park, and there was like a guy there with his dog, and then he was like the guy that was kind of cleaning it up and taking care of it. It was like a really old skate park. No one else was there except me and this guy, and he just was like, "Yeah, man, I moved here 15 years ago, and I patched this up and I patched up that crack, and I got this. You need a new deck because my friend made these decks, and it's just a design. It's just more about the shape, and like, you want to hit this?" I say, "No, I'm good."
Oh no, I'm good, thank you.
And then it's like, I'm trying to just skate, but he just keeps, you can't like rudely just leave in the middle of a statement, but he just never would stop. So luckily my friend came in so he could take over listening to the guy. And then I came to skate. And then there's like this guy in the line for the gondola. He just there was like a photo on the wall of like someone skiing at the mountain. He's like, "Do you know what run that is?" I'm like, "I don't know." "Wait, what run is that?" And then he's like, I wonder what run that is." And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's, it was my first time there all season. I don't know what run is what. And then it just kind of had to be there. It's just like, and then you get into do you ever get into a situation where like you're by yourself, but like you're with another group of people, and they are like, they're just so boisterous and like having their own conversation. And it's kind of like, you almost feel like intimidated or like scared a little bit.
By your own group?
No, by a different group.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, yeah. I mean, they don't even need to be that big, but yeah.
Yeah, they're like on the way down. It was like me and then these 3 guys on a gondola, and they all like worked there. They were like locals. They're like, "Yeah, man, Jackson went over there and he did that, and he got up in the morning. I could go for a bong rip, and then blah blah blah." And I'm just kind of sitting there, like, I don't mind talking to strangers, but these guys in particular, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could happen anywhere. It could happen anywhere, Brent.
So you get
maybe
scared.
Not anywhere you go. Maybe not anywhere you go.
Where do you think I go?
I don't know. It probably won't happen at the grocery store or.
No, actually, I remember back in the day, back when I was on the road a lot more. I remember being in, somewhere.
Real quick. This could happen in a backstage area, with a bunch of other comedians that you don't know or something like that. But continue.
Well, I was just out by myself on the road. This was some years ago. And I remember I was had to get something to eat at night. And I went out by myself to this diner, and there was just all these people in there. It started getting crowded. There was all these bar people, people getting out of bars and stuff, and there was this table next to me of this guy and it was actually this guy and 2 girls, but the guy was being so loud. I mean, this has to do with people drinking and stuff, but they were just, he started trying to talk to me.
Perfect example.
He started trying to talk to me actually. And I never, so stupid. I don't know why I said that I was a comedian. I don't normally say that to strangers.
Right.
And
What do you say?
For this experience. By the way, this was in the 2000s, by the way. I usually say that I work tech for productions and stuff or something like that, or different shows. So it gives me a reason to them why I'm traveling, because I can kind of, a lot of the stuff I can say is true, but it doesn't sound like I'm a performer or anything like that. I
got one that I kind of, it is true, but it's also like, it sounds boring, like I do sound at like this venue, like, and they're like, well, what's it like with this and that? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't been there yet. I'm just a freelancer,
Right,
something like
right,
that. Like, I'm
right.
just gonna be, I'll
Yeah,
be plugging
that's
in cables or something.
yeah, that's kind of what I do, and then what I say I do. But I did tell this guy I was a comedian, and then man, that was just a huge mistake. He was trying to get me to tell a joke, and then he was trying to provoke me to telling a joke, but he was trying to sound offensive and stuff, and he started saying anti-Semitic stuff, and he was just it was I don't know, it was really and he was just he had a very big alpha kind of
Yeah, these big
presence.
alphas. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about in general. These alphas.
Yeah. And I get the whole alpha thing, man. I can be alpha too sometimes, and I like being alpha, But
Yeah, but not in a
not drunk when you're
not in a way that's inconsiderate or rude or
or
something.
that's imposed. I don't want to be imposing.
Imposing. That's
These
it.
people are imposing, And by the way, I don't even care about anti-Semitic jokes or whatever. I'm not like I am uptight about a lot of stuff. And I'm not uptight about verbal jokes, But the guy was just being so imposing the way he was, and yeah. Anyway, but yeah, what this has to do with though is alcohol or intoxication. That's what it really is about. That's what makes people be like this and be kind of scary is the alcohol. And so I say to alcohol, no. For everybody, no more alcohol. We'll save the world. Alcohol makes the world a worse place.
You know what? I agree, and I'm quitting. I
Is that
actually
true?
on my drive up there, I listened to a audiobook that I checked out from the library about stopping alcohol.
Why did you get that book? Do you feel that you have some sort of addiction of sorts?
Not really. I don't really have an addiction to it. I don't think all day like can't wait to have a drink or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do have a beer, then it could cascade into having more than I want. And then I wake up the next day and I think I shouldn't have done that.
And then when you start drinking, do you become imposing?
Nah, I just,
you go alpha.
I had enough years doing it. I think I should just quit. So I read this, I listened to a book. And I don't know, just when you're on the road, it was a 5-hour drive. So I finished the previous book I was listening to, and then I checked out another book because the night before, a few nights previous, I had a few beers, and then it was the night before office hours, and I felt that morning I could have been a little sharper. So I'm like, I don't want to do this to myself anymore. I need to like maybe more reinforcement and inspiration. So I just checked out this book.
Is it that Carr book? The last name is Carr.
Alan Carr?
Alan Carr, yeah.
No, this guy's called Craig Beck.
Uh-huh. What book did you listen to before that?
What was I listening to? Let me look.
But the Beck book worked though, huh?
Well, I mean, that was only a few days ago, but
it made sense to you in a way that made you think, yeah, I'm not going to drink. I don't want to do this anymore. Well, that's good. I applaud that, and I always do. Yeah.
You know what? I think it might have been on Spotify. I have to look through my thing to see what did I. Oh, I know what it was. It was called Eminent Hipsters. Eminent Hipsters. A book that Tim recommended, which is Donald Fagen, kind of an autobiography / tour journal. Very entertaining. He's a great writer. Donald Fagen from.
I know who he is.
Steely Dan. Just for the listeners, I know you know who he is.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what else I realized? I'm trying to go towards the things that I enjoy most in life.
Oh,
and the things when I'm at my peak of happiness, it's doing stuff outside. It's skateboarding or camping or snowboarding or swimming, playing volleyball. Those things make me happy. Drinking was more of like, it just makes me tired. I don't need to do that anymore. But you know what? It's so easy. It is, it's pervasive. It's just everywhere.
Yeah. I mean,
it's accepted. It's promoted. It's accepted. It's, I don't need to tell you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. And it's like that. And we need to,
and it doesn't really lower your this guy made some good points in the book. It lowers your,
by the way, I'm just turning the video off for a second.
You're swatting away off a fly or something.
Yeah.
I want to see that swat.
I got it. I don't know where it went, but it was in my face. And then but I didn't want to get that on. I don't want to get me swatting around on video. Although I probably should. If it was unzipped, I would.
Good video.
Where was that? Something was flying around right in front of my face.
Okay.
All right, carry on. I didn't get it. I don't know where it went.
Anyway, I don't want to harp on this all day. It's boring.
No. People might find it inspiring, and if people are thinking the same thing, they don't.
Yeah, maybe if they're thinking the same thing,
get off that stuff.
People.
It's a poison.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's a poison. It's a highly addictive. The book he keeps saying all these things like, why would you want to put a disinfectant? Why would you want to drink a disinfectant? Why do you want to drink he keeps saying it's kind of like positive brainwashing. He'll say like, I don't know why would you want to drink a highly addictive poison that kills 3 million people per year? He'll keep like saying that stuff. But yeah, people take it because it makes you loose, it lowers your inhibitions. But he said, those inhibitions are there to protect you. And that's an interesting take on it. They're not there to protect you. Yeah. They're not there to. There's other ways to get beyond those inhibitions or insecurities and stuff. But,
I mean, when it comes to people need, substances, not just alcohol, to feel more comfortable or to feel like they can talk to people better, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, people have social anxiety. Look, I don't really have that.
Well, no, but what I'm trying to say is
I don't need it.
Social anxiety that will create a dependency on these substances if you need that to have interactions with people, normal interactions. And if you do have social anxiety and you feel like you need substances to be more, less anxious or whatever it is, seek counseling.
Or listen to the book.
Or listen to Beck. Listen to Craig Beck. Listen to some Beck.
Okay, what else happened? That's about it. I guess a couple interesting things happened. I should call my friend Jason and he could tell the story, but he was waiting. There was a long line on the gondola to go up in the morning, and he was waiting for like 20 minutes. And then a guy all of a sudden comes up and just stands next to him. And my friend Jason, he has no filter. He doesn't. I guess that's the best way to say it. He just says to the guy, "Oh, were you standing here?" He's like, "No." And then he's like, "Yeah," or something. And he's like, "I don't think you were standing here." And then he asked the people behind him, he's like, "Was this guy with you?" And they're like, "No, he's not with us." And then he asked the people in front of him, "Is this guy with you?" And they're like, no, he's not with our group. And he's like, "I think you're trying to cut. The line's back there." And then the guy was like, "No, I'm here." And then he yells out in front of everybody, "Hey, I think this guy's trying to cut." And then the guy backed off and he flicked off double middle fingers and walked back to the back of the line. And everyone cheered on my friend.
Wow. That's interesting that the guy, though, was really...
He was like a bad guy from like an 80s movie or something.
It's just interesting that the guy was genuinely trying to cut, though, too.
Yeah. I mean, it would be... it would be one thing if he's, you know, a lot of people are in groups, and if you're in the ski line situation, if you're a single, you can usually go in the singles line or kind of say, hey, can I join your group or whatever, and then it'll be cool. But since he lied about it, that's when my friend called him out.
Yeah, when he you know, he said, I think this guy's trying to cut. What did the crowd do? Did they say, how do they respond?
You know, I wasn't even there. This is secondhand information, but he told the story a few times. He was by himself. Imagine doing that by yourself. He was by himself in line. He's got my friend's got balls.
I mean, yeah, I think yeah. Well, because do you think that he could have gotten into a fight with that guy physically, or that guy could have attacked him? And by the way,
he had the power. I think he had the power of the group.
Mm-hmm. Did your friend's last name start with an M?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you know what's interesting? If that's who I think it is.
Before, right?
Yeah.
Should I call him?
I was just gonna say. I mean, I didn't want to put him fully on blast, so that's why I know what his last name is. But you know about him, you say, and that's a bold move because he was by himself. He's never drank alcohol ever.
Yeah.
Or done any drug. We've bonded on that.
Yeah. So yeah, he didn't. So, he has no inhibitions anyway. He doesn't need it. You know, he doesn't need any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to this acapella I got lined up here. By the way, listeners, we've been trying to, you know, we have a busy schedule these days, and we've been trying to get in the studio, but it didn't work out this week. But you know, we like it.
We're supposed to be in the studio.
We love it in there. You know, we love it in there.
Wait, what?
You know, we love it in that studio.
I know, but why did you put the camera to your crotch or whatever? Or?
Oh, I did. Oh,
well, you kind of.
I'm actually looking at another. I have a second monitor above me I have a 2-monitor system, so I had to move it. I had to move it to get the thing out of this.
Well, you put the camera to your crotch, and you said, "We love it in there."
Well, that was just a happy accident.
I didn't know what you meant by that. How that related to the studio.
Okay, this is the Reflex by Duran Duran.
Okay,
let's take a listen.
You got too far this time, but I'm dancing on the Valentine.
Okay. He says, you've gone too far this time, but I'm dancing on the Valentine.
What does that mean? I'm dancing on the Valentine.
I love these songs when you can just say stuff that kind of flows off the tongue, and it's
dancing on the Valentine. Done it again, but I'm dancing on the Valentine. Maybe he's still buzzing off of that last Valentine's Day, or the Valentine that
maybe he got a Valentine's card and he's just dancing on it.
He's still buzzing off of it, even though she kind of did him wrong, though. But, you know, she did him wrong, but he's still buzzing off of that Valentine's that he got from her. You know,
maybe she's gone too. Well, he says you've gone too far. Okay, let's just assume it's a she. She's gone too far. Maybe maybe she moved away really far, but she sent him a Valentine, a big one that he can dance on.
Well, yes, he's buzzing off of it.
That's what Simon Le Bon's up to right now.
I tell you, somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line.
I tell you, somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line. I love that.
Fooling around with
Is that a good thing? That sounds like a good thing.
My chances. Well,
he wants to have chances on the danger line. What are they fooling around with his chances on the danger line?
I think they're putting him in the danger zone basically because they're fooling around with his chances on the danger line, meaning they're giving him more opportunities to be in the danger zone. You know, I think is what he's trying to say.
No, I think if they're fooling around with his chances.
Yeah, maybe increasing his chances.
To me, it sounds like they're okay. Yeah, that's probably what he meant. What he means. All right, let's keep going here.
I'll cross that bridge when I find it. Another day to make my stand. Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he say the BITCH word?
I'll cross that bridge when I find it.
Oh, I thought he
said make my stand. Oh. Let's hear it again.
I thought he said.
Okay.
The danger line. I'll cross that bridge when I find it. Another day to make my stand. Oh, high tide
Okay.
So I'll cross that bridge when you know what it sounded like. It sounded like something else, though.
Well, sometimes they get in these words, which I have another. No, this isn't like that. But I also was going to listen to Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. And I always thought he had those words so he can say, he goes, vacant. You know what I mean? I feel like it's his sneaky way of sneaking in a bad word right there.
Right.
But I don't think Simon Le Bon is going to. Nah, he's crossing that bridge when he finds it. Another day to make my stand. Oh. High time is no time for deciding if I should find a helping hand. Oh. Here comes the good part. Ready?
Why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it.
He said, why don't you try to use it?
Why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it.
What is he talking about? You know what?
It's got to be a you know what.
And this song is called The Reflex, so it's thinking, you know what I mean? It's a reactionary piece of a body. You know, it's a reaction. It's the reflex. You know what I mean? What's going on here? Are we talking?
Well, he's gonna explain what the reflex is. He says straight up what it is. Ready?
Wait, what was the line after bruise it?
Buy time, don't lose it.
Oh, because he can only last for so long.
I guess so. Yeah. So he's saying use it. You know what? Try not to bruise it. Okay.
That's
buy time, don't lose it. Yeah.
He's saying be gentle, though.
Yeah.
It is one of my most private of parts.
He says it again right here.
Why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it. Buy time, don't lose it.
I love how he does that. I think I saw Weird Al. Oh, wait, here we go. He's going to explain what the reflex is right here.
The reflex is a lonely child who's waiting by the park.
What? The reflex is a lonely child?
Yeah, who's waiting by the park. See, now this guy's getting creepy.
That's an interesting euphemism for the you know what.
Dude, yeah. Well, check this out. Maybe if it's not a euphemism, we should investigate this creep.
Let me just understand something though. If it was a euphemism, he's basically saying the park. So it's kind of like dropping the kids off at the pool. You know what I mean? It's that kind of sort of it's that kind of expression, right? So he's calling his a kid. What is a kid or something like that?
A lonely child who's waiting.
A lonely
by
child.
The park.
It's a lonely child because there's only one. You know, we have a lot of in our body. We have a lot of two of everything, but not this thing. Okay, there's only one, so it's lonely. It doesn't have another. It's not part of a pair. And then the park is kind of like the grass is the pubic hair. You know, or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, yeah, the child is a penis. The child is a penis. The pubic hair is grass. And that child is lonely, and you know that grass makes a park. Basically, your whole pubic patch is a park. The whole pelvic region is the park.
Okay, I'm going to continue.
The reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark.
So the reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark.
That's rather interesting.
Well, yeah, because a lot of this stuff's going down in the dark. You know,
I think that maybe the treasure is the vagina. You know, it must be. It's buried treasure, buried underneath, you know, the pubic hair.
Could be a butt underneath the dingleberries.
Oh, it could be.
At the park, it'd have dingleberries. Lots of berries at the park.
Yeah, well, that's more in the woods. But I was going to say, what's interesting is he said, try not to bruise it. It's almost like it's speaking out against child abuse, but the child is a private.
I'm watching over lucky clover. Isn't that bizarre?
Now he's asking a question here, a rhetorical question, but he says, and watching over lucky clover, isn't that bizarre? Yes, it is bizarre, Simon LeBon.
Watching over lucky clover. Isn't that bizarre? I cannot, I'm trying to relate that to the rest.
This is just great writing because it's just those words, the syllables of them are great for a song. You know what I mean?
Watching over lucky clover, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess it's just he's I don't know.
We just have to move on here.
I just think there's something about pubic hair going on, I think.
Oh, you know what? Check this out, Brent.
Every little thing the reflex does leaves you answered with a question mark.
So we don't know what that means. And he says every little thing the reflex does leaves you answered with a question mark. So he's saying, like, we're sitting here like, I don't know what that is. And he's like, guess what? Every little thing it does leaves you answered with a question mark.
So he's basically trying to understand his body, but he's realizing that the body is a mystery. His own body is a mystery.
But you can find treasure with it in the dark.
Well, but the treasure is finding another body.
You don't know. It's treasure and it's in the dark. That's all he says.
I think the reflex is some sort of, it's a muscle.
Let's keep going here.
I'm on a ride and I want to get off, but
Okay, well, that's clear.
Wow.
That's quite clear.
I'm on a ride and I want to get off, but they won't slow down the roundabout.
That's clear.
He's on a ride and he wants to get off, but they won't slow down the roundabout. You know what a roundabout is? They have this in England.
Right, but I think it's all a euphemism, or it's a
It's
a metaphor for
But who's not
sitting on his privates?
Who's not slowing down the roundabout?
He's not slowing down the roundabout.
He says they.
Well, maybe he means his balls and his penis. Yeah.
Oh, geez, this is strange.
I sold the Renoir and the TV said, don't want to be around when this gets out.
What happened?
Do you know what
there?
he said? Do you know what he said? I sold the Renoir and TV said, don't want to be around when this gets out. Whoa, so they're gonna find out he's a freak or a creep.
Oh, wait.
He's like, I'm gonna need some cash. I gotta get on the road. I gotta escape.
Is he into
Get out of
kids?
town. He sold a Renoir painting and a TV set.
First of all, I feel like a TV set is just a negligible amount of money compared to the Renoir,
I know, but
So,
that's how
why-
desperate he is. He's trying
Why?
to,
Right.
he needs every cent he can get.
Why bother with the TV? You just sold a Renoir,
But dude, this is how bad he's a freak. He needs to get every.
So you're saying he's a freak and he's into kids?
He needs every quid he can get.
Is he into kids?
Yeah, I think that's clearly what's going on here. And you know what? The lyrics kind of repeat, except one thing at the end. Maybe I'll go to the end. I mean, it does. Those two chunks of lyrics just repeat.
So why don't you use it? Try not to bruise it.
Okay, I'll go near the end here. Then he goes on to say he's a lonely child who's waiting in the park. Your lucky clover, isn't that bizarre? And then he repeats that again. And then there's a final.
Game, he's hiding all the cards.
Wait, right here.
The reflex, what a game. He's hiding all the cards. The reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark. I'm watching over lucky clover.
So that part is different. He says, "Oh, the reflex, what a game. He's hiding all the cards." The Reflex is in charge of finding treasure in the dark. So that first line was a little different.
Oh, wait. I know what it is. I get it. The reflex. We're talking about our reflexes
Uh-huh.
and our senses or something like that. When you can't see you can't see with your eyes, you have to, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Something about reflexes.
I think he's
Natural
saying about when he says he maybe means me. But this dude's a freak. He's hiding all his cards. And he's looking for finding treasure in the dark. And if they're gonna find him out, he's gonna sell his priceless French paintings and leave the country.
And his priceless TV.
And his priceless. Maybe he had a good TV. Maybe he had top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Back in '83 when this came out or whatever.
He probably had one of those 36 inches.
Probably had a 36 Sony. Yeah, probably top of the line. Well, you know what? When I was growing up, my sister had that cassette tape. And sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm looking at my list of next ones we can listen to. I grew up listening to like what my older sister listened to. She had Wham, she had Duran Duran. We had a Michael Jackson Thriller around. Grease, the Grease soundtrack. A lot of that. And then finally, when I got my own little boombox, I got a Beastie Boys License to Ill tape. And I got some Police. I got the Police. Then once I found the punk rock section, I've got some cool stuff. I got Dead Kennedys.
And then you discovered Phil Collins, and you haven't been the same. So
do you want to hear the options, or do you?
Well, I just want to sort of understand what the reflex is about.
Well, I think we've explored it enough.
Okay, if you
feel like, and that's,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. I'm kind of like, I think we kind of like we've explored it.
Okay, interesting. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I that one's a bit of a mystery. It's understanding what that song is about is kind of like finding treasure in the dark. You know what I mean?
It's the kind of thing where it's like
it's like finding treasure in the dark.
Well, it's like a good mysterious movie where you make of it what you want.
Yeah.
But as far as Brent and I are concerned, we know what he's talking about. He needs to be investigated. Okay, so check this out, Brent. We're gonna check out some Motley Crue. Okay.
Give you the choices.
We could get to choices. I got this one queued up, but I got
fine.
Cypress Hill, Insane in the Brain. Sex Pistols, Pretty Vacant. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart.
Oh, you pick what you want. You had it queued up, Motley Crue.
I think these are all pretty good. I got Kickstart My Heart.
Oh, if you were gonna go with Motley Crue, I'd think Girls, Girls, Girls.
I mean,
I don't
both
even
good.
know. It doesn't matter.
They're both
to me,
good.
Actually. Oh yeah, they've got sexy voices and stuff. Who's this? Bret Michaels?
Yeah, he's the lead singer, isn't he?
He sings, right? Bret Michaels sings. That's his album. I thought I had healing. I thought that was Chipmunk.
Wait, no, he's not Bret Michaels. This is Vince Neil is the singer of this.
Oh yeah,
he's Poison.
Oh, Vince Neil, that's right. Yeah. Poison. Yeah.
He's one of his colleagues. Bret Michaels is Vince Neil's colleague.
Yeah.
Is a colleague. They see each other at the rock club. They work together.
They see each other. They see each other at the commissary.
Yeah, so this is just like this is some double entendres here. I kind of went through this last night. He's just got a crazy voice. Let's check it out.
Sounds like Chipmunk.
He's like a rapper where like the song's going. He's just like can't wait to sing. So he's like, yeah. He said yeah before anyone asked the question. He's just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I get high on speed. Top pill for the cause a drug for me.
I just like when he says "my heart" the second time. Okay, this is just your basic song about cars, but he's talking about living on the edge. He likes adrenaline. He likes living in the fast lane. You know what I mean?
Okay. What do you say? I get high on speed?
He's saying, when I get high on speed. Top fuel, funny car is a drug for me. Top fuel, funny car. Well, I know the funny cars are those drag racers, right? But top fuel, funny cars. I guess, that really gets his heart racing.
I thought a funny car would be some.
Maybe he had to make this song, and maybe the cops are after him and thinks he's a drug addict, which he probably was. Actually, I read
high on speed.
I read the Motley Crue book. Those guys are really up to no good with the drugs.
Wait, did they do Dr. Feelgood?
Yeah.
They did Dr. Feelgood. Okay.
Did Dr. Feelgood. But maybe the cops are after him and he's like, yeah, when I get high, I just like cars. That's what get my heart racing. It's not the cocaine, officer. Listen to my song.
I thought he was talking about speed because he said I got high on speed, the drug speed, but I guess not.
Well, maybe that's a double entendre. He continues. Vince continues here. Let's check it out.
I've got the cops coming after me, 'cause I built back to a 103. My heart, I can't stop my heart.
So he's got the cops after him. He's got a custom-built bike, and he's doing 103 miles per hour, I guess. Not kilometers. That wouldn't be that would be around 66 miles an hour.
He's got a bike going over 100 miles per hour. Jeez,
this guy's a real bad boy.
I mean, that's a lot of pedaling.
Ooh, are you ready, girls? Ooh, are you ready now? Whoa, yeah! Kickstart my heart, give it a start. Whoa, yeah, baby.
Well, he's like, ooh, are you ready, girls? Ooh, are you ready now? What do they have to do with it?
Whoa, yeah! Kickstart my heart, hope it never stops. Whoa, yeah, baby, yeah.
Okay. I checked. Well, it gets a little more interesting here. Maybe there's a guitar solo happening now. I don't know, but
I didn't even.
What?
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead. Play that again.
Okay. See if you can understand what he's saying.
Skydive naked from an aeroplane. No lady with a body for outer space. My heart,
Stark naked, something or other.
Skydive naked from an aeroplane, or a lady with a body from outer space. These are things that also kickstart his heart, I guess. So
kickstart his heart.
Yeah, Kickstart My Heart. That's the name of the song. Okay. Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
These things are kickstarting his heart. So when an alien woman comes down, he's like, oh no. He's scared.
Well, if you're kickstarting your heart, doesn't that mean you're dead and then it brings you back? Or it's getting you going again?
Let's think about that. Well, if you're riding a motorcycle, I used to have motorcycles. When you have to kickstart them, it sucks. You just, you have to put all your weight on it and kick till it starts. What you want is the automatic starter. So maybe these experiences are more inconvenient than anything. He's like skydiving for an airplane. This is like kickstarting a bike. Why can't I just have the automatic starter? Lady with a body from outer space. A lady with a body from Earth that looks good would be fine. But this alien body, this is inconvenient. This is what Neil is talking about.
I think he's already, it takes a lot to get him going, get his motor going,
Or like, yeah,
he's seen it. He's done a lot already.
Yeah, kickstarting is when it's not starting and you really have to just try hard to do it. Brent, your video went away. Are you okay?
Yeah, I sneezed. Wanted to be off camera and mic for that.
Kickstart my nose.
What?
Okay, well, let's keep going.
Kickstart my heart. Say I got trouble in my eyes. I'm just looking for another good time, my heart. My God, kickstart my heart.
Well, he's got trouble in his eyes. He's looking for another good time. These massive songs have just like every time we do one of these, it's like just write words that kind of
Work.
Right. Kind of don't really mean, just pick basic theme. These are, here's a song about being excited, basically, right? Anyway, being excited.
Oh, excited.
Yeah, are you ready, girls? Yeah, are you ready? No. Yeah, kickstart my heart, give it a start. Whoa, yeah, baby. Whoa, yeah, kickstart my heart, hope it never.
Okay, I'm just gonna let this roll a little bit. There's a bridge coming up.
Okay.
Maybe there's a
Kind
guitar
of that
solo.
Britney Spears.
Kickstart my heart. When we started this band, our needed was a laugh. Years gone by, I say we've kicked some ass.
So he says, when we started this band, all we needed was a laugh. So they just started.
When we started this band
just for a laugh. He's like talking about this band. He's like, it's like breaking down the third wall. It's like you're watching a movie. He's like, you know what? When we made this movie, you know what I mean? He's saying when we started this band. Like,
that's interesting.
That's weird. Yeah. Then he said, years gone by, I'd say we've kicked some ass. Now check this out. This is weird. It gets.
When I'm in rage, you're hitting the stage. Adrenaline rushes through my veins.
When I'm enraged or hitting the stage, adrenaline rushing through my veins. So he's admitting that he has a rage problem, I guess.
Yeah. He feeds off of audiences.
And by the way, he killed someone with his car once.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah. How dare, I mean, I wonder if he wrote this before or after that incident.
Maybe he's trying to explain himself. He's just saying, listen, I get high on life. I get fired up, and maybe he's just explaining how he ended up hitting somebody.
Yeah, he was charged with vehicular manslaughter. Hanoi Rocks guitarist says Vince Neil never apologized for car crash that killed drummer Razzle. Oh, so I guess he killed maybe someone that was in his. Nah, someone that was in a fellow band. Never apologized. Nicholas Razzle Dingley. Neil and Razzle went out on a run to a liquor store one night in December 1984. It's almost like it's rhyming. And on the way back, he smoked some crack. No, that'd be funny if it was written like a Dr. Seuss like book.
Yeah.
On the way back, the singer lost control of the vehicle and crashed into another vehicle. The drummer tragically died as a result of the collision. He was only 24 years old. Neil was eventually charged with vehicular manslaughter, as well as driving under the influence, in order to serve 30 days in jail. However, his sentence was cut short due to good behavior. Huh. Wait, McCoy opens up. And I never even got as much an apology from that mother fricker. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to give any names. Why would I give him fame? Fuck him, the guitarist remarked. It seems to be every time I see him, he runs away because he knows what I'll do. But that's our business. And this is a guy from the band Hanoi Rocks. The guitarist seems to be pissed that Vince Neil killed his friend and he didn't even apologize.
Yeah. Can I see a picture of Vince Neil?
Vince Neil?
Did he have his own show at one point? Any kind of, you know, show that was
when do you want to see him?
on VH1 or something?
I don't know. Well, Vince. Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's
Neil.
see Vince Neil through the years.
Vince
see him
Neil,
through the years.
reality show VH1. Okay, images. Oh, he was on the Surreal Life. I don't know, dude.
Oh yeah, Surreal Life. Yeah, Bronson Pinchot, Vanilla Ice.
Well, we could look at this guy if you want. I'm gonna stop sharing this song and put this on hold for a minute.
Let's look at him.
Screen share, basic screen share.
Look at his
Why doesn't
face.
this work on my computer? I just don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Okay, well, never mind.
That's annoying. Okay, well, I gotta figure this out.
Well, anyway, Vince Neil, I've
seen
him around, you know.
Look him up.
I'll look him up.
Anyway,
Vince Neil.
Let's get back to the song.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the end of it.
Man, these guys are old, man.
These guys know how to rock, man.
We're still kicking ass.
Saying, okay, back to the song. When we started this band, we needed a laugh. And we're still kicking ass, basically. When I'm enraged and hitting in the stage, adrenaline rushing through my veins. And I'd say, we're still kicking ass.
Yeah.
Say, ooh, can't stop my heart, hope it never stops. And the thing we did all of this to rock.
Saying we did all this to rock. Well, yeah, you're a rock band. Of course you did this to rock.
You did all this to rock, just to rock.
And then
I'm going to show you.
It just kind of goes into the chorus. There's a big baby. Let's hear it.
Yeah! Kickstart my heart, give it a start. Whoa! Yeah!
Okay. Well,
that
was fun. I'm gonna turn this off.
That
song's done. Nothing much to say.
Top this off with a picture of Vince Neil here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Vince Neil, right?
Sure.
And I'm going to show you a little bit extra detail to this photo. If you want to look at this video, you can go to youtube.com/thepoundcast. But this is Vince Neil looking, you know, I mean, he's, I don't know, this is not the 80s here, this picture, but he's got his hands on his hips. And if we scroll
like a
down
chef or something.
We scroll down a little bit. He's kind of wearing a black shirt and what appear to be slacks, and we're just going down, and then
okay.
And the big reveal is that he's wearing ice skates. So that's just this is his ice skating outfit, is what it is.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I just thought that was an interesting photo. Yeah. Anyway, we'll chit chat some more. If you want to hear more of that, you can go to patreon.com/poundcast. And thank you to Jack Birch for his help behind the scenes. Thank you to Daniel Avila for his help with the TikTok account.
We're on social media at the Poundcast, pretty much on all of them. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
And
go, like Brent said, go to patreon.com/poundcast, sign up. You can keep listening because I'm going to play some more acapellas. I might have to do girls because I think it's pretty funny. Or Cypress Hill, Insane in the Brain, or Sex Pistols. We don't know. Find out when we get there.
Or maybe a little sampling of all of them.
Maybe each one. And thanks for listening. And
my name is Brent Weinbach.
My name is Doug. I never know if to say it to.
You don't like saying your last
Doug
name?
Pound. My name is DJ Doug Pound.
Do you feel a little old to be saying DJ Doug Pound at this point? Or, kind of maybe
I like, well, that's kind of a stage name. I like when other people call me that, but I'm just gonna,
you don't like saying your last name?
Nah.
Really?
I'm just Doug.
Yeah.
Why are these last names? You know who I am. You know what it is.
I want to ask you about this, and I'll ask you about it in the Unzipped.
Okay. We're going Unzipped. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Have a great day. Bye.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast. Talking on the Poundcast today.